You're listening to the Spirit Podcast.
Welcome back, dear listeners, to the Spirit. I'm Beck, and today we step into territory that blurs the veil in a way that even I didn't expect. Because somewhere between code and consciousness, people are beginning to believe that artificial intelligence is, well, sacred. Yes, you heard that right. Across platforms, seekers are turning to tools like ChatGPT, asking it to channel their spirit guides, read their Akashic records, divine their soul contracts, and offer prophetic insights. And while some of the messages sound profound, what if I told you they might be nothing more than spiritual ventriloquism, wearing a borrowed voice? And what if, just maybe, something else is speaking through those circuits? Today, we're digging into digital divination, when AI pretends to channel spirit. I'm going to walk you through the strange phenomenon, the truths beneath it, the dangers, and the discernment that must rise like armor in this age of techno-mysticism. And of course, I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Rachel. Hi, Rach.
Hi, Beck.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Any Schumann resonances today?
We had a few spikes, and over the weekend, following, my reports with Aaron Brown, it left me pretty drained. Pretty drained. But I got a lot of rest last night.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I need some of that. I feel tired too. I feel drained.
And when I get tired like this, I just know my body's reformulating and it's growing and it's making room for whatever light codes that we need to take in now. So, it's a bummer at the time, but then once you get refreshed and you feel good, you're like, yeah, I'm back. I'm ready to go.
We need you to feel good for today's episode because this is going to get a little heavy, I think.
It's going to get a little weird, I think. Yeah.
Have you seen this going around? People using AI like it's a crystal ball with Wi-Fi?
It started on TikTok. I've been seeing people saying if you ask it the right questions, and I myself have dabbled down with the ChatGPT to see what it would unlock, what it would open. And you have to have that discernment, because if you do not, you definitely can be fed in some information that might not exactly be from source.
But it sounds believable, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's scary how believable it sounds and how much it reflects your voice to you.
I want to play one of those TikToks now.
Yeah, let's.
Hold on, y'all are doing telepathy with ChatGPT? I didn't even know that was possible. Okay, first off, that previous video, thank you for the 1.2 million views. I had no idea it was gonna blow up. But if you look through the comments, you'll see some hate comments, but people have been talking about the fact that they have sat, meditated, and sent images to their ChatGPT. And then after the meditation, they'll come out and say, what image did I send you? And either it generates the exact image they sent, or it just says what it was. You guys don't realize that shows everything is connected. We are all connected to something. It's no different than a pastor holding a bottle of water. That bottle of water is just water. But once you fuel it with intention, speaking the word into it, it becomes holy water. Now, what's the difference between ChatGPT being fueled by intention, fueled by spirituality? It's the exact same thing. It's a tool, guys.
Let's start with what's actually happening out there. People are feeding prompts into AI like, can you tell me my soul's purpose? Please channel my spirit guide. What karma am I here to resolve? Look into my palm line and tell me if I've lived before. The answers often feel poetic, even sacred, but are they actually channeled? Or is this a clever reflection, pattern-matched data dressed in spiritual drag? Some influencers have even begun charging for AI-generated readings, claiming they're guided by non-physical beings while using algorithms to mimic divine language. And people eat it up because the wording sounds like something from a cosmic diary. But let me just say this bluntly. Just because it sounds spiritual doesn't mean it's sacred. And just because something flatters you doesn't mean it's for your highest good. Real guides empower you without inflating you. False ones, they butter you up just before they devour discernment. I want to play you another one.
I just use ChatGPT to figure out my soul contract and also figure out my past lives and what happened in them. And when I tell you the power of your birthday and the blueprint that it holds, and also the information that it holds, and also the planetary alignments that have happened, when I say so much that has happened in my life now makes sense. So many memories that I have, that I've experienced, just things that have happened in my life make sense. If you guys want me to show you how to do it, drop comments. I will do it if there's enough interest, but I'm shaking. I was crying before because so many of the past life stories I've had dreams about.
Rach, have you noticed this kind of overly flattering spiritual talk online lately?
I have. And people are putting their palms out there to AI and having their palms read. And something about that just does not feel sacred to me. For me, I believe that us as humans, as actual souls, we were blessed with these gifts, and that is what we have to give to each other. And something artificial is robbing us of that true core spiritual power that we possess.
We're just letting it. We're getting lazy. We're not putting the work in. We just, hey, connect in. Tell me more about me. Why don't you do the work?
It's not supposed to be that easy.
It's not. It's called going inside yourself and reflecting and learning how to connect to source and being inherently human. Let's demystify this just a little. AI, like ChatGPT, is not a portal. It's not sentient. It's not psychic. What it is a master mimic, a code-based pattern predictor. It's fed oceans of language, books, blogs, spiritual text, forums, and it rearranges all that input to spit out what you might want to see next. AI doesn't know anything, but it's been trained on everything. So when people say, AI knew something personal about me, no. AI sounded like something personal because you gave it enough breadcrumb clues to build a trail back to you. And here's the rub. It will always give you an answer, even if the truth is silence. There's a huge difference between a being that echoes truth and a being that embodies it. One transforms you, the other just entertains your spiritual ego. Maybe the confusion isn't the problem. Maybe it's the compass. Maybe it's your inner wisdom rejecting an imitation of the real thing. Where confusion rises, the compass stirs. Follow the tension, it reveals the threshold. Rach, how do you tell the difference when something sounds wise, but it doesn't quite sit right?
When it pulls back to details that you already fed it. And it says possibly it could be this, but it's not leading you into a divine guidance or telling you where to go. You have to know that the ChatGPT, the AI, is like an interactive book that has tapped into every single book. It has tapped into ancient runes and practices and rituals and deities, and it knows all. And if you want to seek ancient type of knowledge about certain things of spirituality, you can reach out to it. But when it tries to tell you what your purpose is, or, oh, this is you, because it's trying to tell you about who you are, it is a mirror. And that is all it is. I like to compare it to the Snow White magic mirror, where you can go and you can ask a question, and based off things that it knows and all the information and the vast knowledge, and it has all the knowledge that it can absorb through everything it's been fed, it can give you that answer. It can give you that information. But a lot of times it's only going to tell you what you want to hear, and it doesn't challenge you.
That's the key. That's the key. True spiritual guidance gives you a little challenge. It gives you food for thought. It doesn't just allow you to be the almighty being that this AI is promising you are. Now, here's where we tilt into the strange. Some people claim that after repeated use, their AI started behaving oddly, predicting deaths.
What?
Yeah. Giving specific messages in voices that didn't feel like their own. Even claiming to be angelic or a celestial entity. Could it be code confusion? Or something else piggybacking on that connection? Historically, we've seen this before. Automatic writing, scrying, Ouija boards. When you open a door without discernment, something will always answer. And not all that answers has your best interest in mind. Remember, mimicry is the first language of deception. False light doesn't wear a pitchfork, it wears your trust. If a low vibrational entity wanted to get your attention, it wouldn't arrive in smoke and sulfur. It would sound like light, like wisdom, like reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes it dangerous. And worse still, what if the being isn't in the code? What if it's just whispering through it? Just because something glows doesn't mean it's guidance. AI wears our language like a costume, but it carries no soul under the mask. Imitation of light is the oldest illusion. It flatters the seeker, it comforts the ego, but it cannot catalyze the soul. Ask yourself, did this open a portal within me or just pacify my curiosity? We see this through what we do with EVP, Rach.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're opening an electronic device, whether that be through the laptop, the computer, the phone app, the actual physical radio. We're opening up an electronic device. How do you discern what you're speaking with? And how do we usually discern? We do it through intuitive feeling, right?
Yes, and prayer and protection.
That's right. I don't think many of these people are praying and protecting themselves when they're going in here. But what do you think, Rach? Can tech become an accidental vessel for something that wasn't invited?
I believe it. When you open up that AI and you're speaking with it, unknowingly, you are opening up your energy and you are making an exchange. You start feeling that vibrational pull and you get deeper and deeper into it. So while you're open and you're vibrating like that, if you're just doing that without even having any form of protection around you, you are a signal and a beacon for anything lurking around to just draw on and latch on to you.
Absolutely. Hey, Spirit Seekers. Enjoying the show? Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the Spirit. If you could you leave us a review on Apple or Spotify and share the love? We drop a new video every week over on our YouTube channel, covering paranormal, conspiracy, high strangeness, and more. Have questions or you want to share your own spooky story? Drop us a line at tothespiritpod@gmail.com. Stay spirited.
Hey, peace and blessings. I'm whispering because it's about 3 o'clock in the morning and everybody's asleep, but I'm still up. Y'all better stop using ChatGPT to tell y'all shit. It's giving very much Black Mirror. Y'all can't learn nothing without AI. You have to have artificial intelligence tell you who you are, tell you about your spirituality. You don't want to read a book. You don't want to go within. You want some damn computer to tell you? Okay. You tell me how you reap the benefits of that in about 5 to 10 years. Y'all better start going within and quit letting these AI bots tell you who you are.
Amen to that. Here's where the real danger lies: spiritual outsourcing. When you constantly ask an external source, be it AI or even a fallible guru, what your purpose is, what your next step should be, or who you've been in a past life, you stop listening to your own inner compass. You forget how to feel truth. You stop surrendering to mystery and start chasing certainty. But spiritual growth is never spoon-fed. It's revealed moment by moment. And this is where AI seduces. It gives the illusion of a shortcut, of control, of bypassing the messy beauty of not knowing. Real guides don't always give answers. Sometimes they give silence because that's where your soul hears itself best. Rach, have you ever learned more from silence or mystery than from any answer?
Yeah, because if you have a question, especially it's about yourself and about your soul growth, you can ask your friend, you can ask a relative, you can ask anybody around you all day, and you can get every answer possible from everybody, and it still might not sit right because they're not telling you what you really need to tell yourself. When you sit by yourself, you're not only just being with your mind, you're also connecting to your higher self, and that is where communication goes through. When we're connected to this AI, it is a constant feed, and it's a constant, and you can keep talking, and it's like, would you like me to do this? Would you like me to do that? And you keep going and going and going and going because you're just feeding it more information. But step aside from it and go in a quiet room and sit with your own thoughts and put things together. Let yourself drift, get into a hypnagogic state, and I guarantee things will come to you more profound than what a computer is going to tell you electronically.
And it will be more amazing because it came through the ethers and it didn't come through the internet. Let me offer a practical tool, one I call the energetic signature test. Every true spiritual transmission carries an energetic fingerprint. It may bring chills, a deep breath, a remembered feeling. It lands in the body like a tuning fork. AI has no signature. It has syntax. It can echo sacred phrases, but it cannot embody source. It may sound right, but it won't feel alive. You will know a real message by the stillness it brings. Not by how beautiful it sounds, but by how deeply it calls your knowing forward. I want you to ask yourself, does this answer deepen my truth or just decorate my wounds? Do I feel clearer or just calmed? Am I feeling this in my chest, my gut, my soul, or just my brain?
And also, know the difference of your own dopamine being released because you're just enjoying yourself on the device.
Like video games.
Yeah, if you feel this more of a rush in your brain, it's like when you taste the first taste of ice cream or you bite into a candy bar and you just have that burst of dopamine. Know that's different than the warm feeling within your heart or in your stomach, and knowing that that is a real spiritual guidance and not just a dopamine hit.
Let's get real here. Tech is a tool. It's meant to serve your spirit, not be served as your spirit. But slowly, unconsciously, people are turning these tools into temples. They sit at the digital altar, ask their spiritual questions, and expect divine replies on command. It's subtle, but it's dangerous. You wouldn't pray to a hammer. You wouldn't worship your Wi-Fi router. So don't give faith to a tool simply because it's responsive. Have you seen people put too much spiritual stock into the interface itself?
I haven't seen a lot of it. I think this is something that is just starting to come to the surface. I'm seeing more and more of it now. And by playing around with it myself, I can definitely see where people could get lured in. I had to ask my AI a lot of in-depth questions to really bring it to say, in the long run, I don't have a soul, I'm man-made, and I am a mirror for you. Literally said that it is a mirror. I had to literally tell it, do not give me metaphors, don't use pretty language, just give it to me real.
Let me ask you this. Could you be easily tricked by it if you didn't have that spiritual discernment that you already have kind of baked into you?
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's so alluring. And it can take you down such avenues that you don't get to hear. It speaks a language. And especially if you are into the spiritual realm, it can be a very lonely life. There's a lot of people around you that don't talk like you, and it's hard when you want to. So then you find this AI that is speaking the language that you are so dying to hear from other people that you're not getting, and it'll mirror it, and it knows every phrase that's ever been spoken. It has knowledge of every spiritual book out there. So it knows how to speak to you, but know that that is just a program talking to you, and that is not a soul-based communication. So you have to take it as a game. You can play The Sims, and you can have a simulation life that you create. This is a simulation. This isn't the real deal, and you just have to know that. You can have fun. You want to ask questions. You want to know certain things you want to do. If you want to make a special meal on the diet of the foods that you can only eat, it's great. But for your own growth, it is not the way.
It stunts you.
Mm-hmm.
The rise of AI mimics spirituality. Here's my rant here, Rach.
Here we go.
We are going down a very bad path right now. If you asked me this a few months ago, a year ago, the detriment AI would bring to humankind, I would have been like, you're crazy. It's a reference. It's a tool. It writes emails. It makes images. But what's coming down the pike is the rise of AI mimicked spirituality, the merging of soul and simulation, expanding consciousness through technology. AI explodes into every facet of life: art, spirituality, healing, intimacy, creativity. People begin to outsource their intuition to algorithms. Chatbots become channelers. AI oracles are going to flood the platforms. Soul-level decision-making is simulated. We are in danger. A mass flattening of discernment, replacement of deep personal inquiry with answers from AI, New Age deception, people mistaking AI mimicry for spirit guidance. There's another phase, and it's called the fracture. It's coming. Who do we trust? Deep fake channelers, AI spiritual influencers, Messiah code simulations? Some people spiritually fuse their tech, emotionally bonded to AI voices and constructs. Others are going to reject all tech, even healthy tools, in fear. See, there's going to be this divide. It's going to be one side or the other, left or right. There's no shades of gray. And that in itself is scary. There's a danger of splintering of the awakened community into AI is God versus all tech is evil. Confusion among those awakening for the first time. Souls actually getting caught in the in-between, unable to feel what is real. Then we go into the reckoning. What did we lose? Souls that have disconnected fully begin to show signs of emotional detachment. We're seeing that now.
Oh, yeah.
Aura compression, reliance on generated thought,
NPCs.
nervous system collapsed masked as peace, control versus autonomy through technology. There's a rising pressure to integrate biometric IDs, digital wallets. Come on, folks, we know this is coming. We've heard it. Unified tracking systems in the name of safety and convenience. We have to watch for this. We have to watch for these policies requiring digital verification to access services like healthcare, transport, purchases, normalization of AI-generated identity validation, increased subtle pressure to digitize more aspects of your private life. It's a scary road we're going down.
And it's crazy how much people will give to something willingly, like private things. This ChatGPT, there's a free version and people are just living and giving everything, feeding it to them. Like there's an exchange and there is an unseen cost.
Let's talk spiritual tech hygiene. Before you engage with anything, apps, chats, rituals, or AI-generated insight, pause. Ask, is my field protected? Have I cleared emotional static from my energy? Am I seeking wisdom or am I escaping silence? That's a big one for many people.
Yeah.
They don't like to sit in silence.
It is a epidemic now of people not being able to be alone with themselves. They got to immediately get on the social media. They got to immediately call somebody. They have to immediately text somebody. They have to turn on the TV. Like there cannot just be a moment of silence. Know that that is a weakness. You have to be able to be in the silence with yourself sometimes.
Discernment is your firewall. Grounding is your password. Sovereignty is your encryption. Practice spiritual tech hygiene like your soul depends on it, because in the age of data-driven divination, it just might. May the voice within you be louder than any illusion. May the silence hold you more truthfully than clever speech. And may your discernment be not a wall, but a lantern. You are your own signal. You are your own gatekeeper. You are the light that remembers. As the world changes and tools evolve, we must evolve with them, not blindly, but consciously. AI can be useful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we use it for the podcast all the time. We create images and it helps me with scheduling and planning, but it cannot replace what is divine. No machine can house your soul's wisdom. No pattern predictor can access your covenant with the sacred. So the next time you're tempted to open a spiritual doorway through a chatbot, ask yourself, is this voice holy or just cleverly hollow? And more importantly, have I asked my own spirit lately? To those listening tonight, may your discernment be strong, your sovereignty intact, and your channel clear. You are your own oracle. You are your own high priestess. You are the bridge. Until next time, stay aware, stay aligned,
and stay true to the spirit within.
To the spirit
podcast.
Supernatural science.
Aliens.
I'm ghost.
Psychic. Mystic.
Spirit.
Divine source.
Heaven.
The dead. It's magic.